They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, if Jeremy Hill can hold on to a fucking football.
That doesn't make sense.
You're listening to the P&E Bengals Fan Podcast.
3, 2, 1.
What's up, Pete?
Hey, what's up there, Erskine? It's good to be back on the podcast world and, ready to tackle this new week. But I think first we should kind of look back at the week that was, including beating you in fantasy football, by the way.
Bengals Steelers. Talk to me about what happened. What happened in this game?
Bottom line is, Steelers scored more points than we did. No, they played us really tough. It was a close game. There was a couple different things that could have went our way, but other than that, it was a nice physical game, but I was glad to see that it didn't break out into fights and jawing and all the other stuff. It was just a good physical game, and I think home field advantage just kind of carried them through, unfortunately for Bengal Nation. But it's only the second game of the year. It's not a game that ruins us or anything, so we just got to, press on to the Broncos.
Yeah, it was a good game as far as it was. You can tell that teams are kind of evenly matched.
Yeah.
But obviously there's some areas of concern. Just with the Bengals. I mean, we still haven't we haven't recorded a sack this whole year yet, right? 2 games in.
Wow, I don't think so.
So, I mean, that's a concern, but I think we'll alleviate that this weekend. But our running game, talk to me, man. What's going on with Gio and Hill?
Well, that's the reason why I'm probably not as concerned as a lot of people about this team, because the first week you face a really tough D-line in the Jets. The second week you face a really tough D-line or a tough defense overall in Pittsburgh. And this week you go into Denver. You play against Denver, and, they have a hell of a defense right now. So it's really a matter of, we're just facing some really good teams right now. And I think once you see us start playing some teams of lower caliber, I think you're going to see the run game open up and, kind of everything open up. But it's, and the more that's said, Ogboy or whatever his name is, the more he develops and the sooner he develops, the better our offense is going to get. But I believe in what the coaches said. They said he's a stud. So if that's the case, it's good that we're starting off the year with 3 really good defenses they have to face, because it's just going to make it better. And then towards the end of the year, once he has...
Right. Then we're playing downhill from there, hopefully.
Exactly. But, you hate to lose one to the Steelers, but we get them at home later on. So, I'm not too worried about it yet. I mean, we're 1-1, 2 games in. I can deal with it. We got, 2 games coming up in the next, 6 days. And if we can somehow get both of those, then, we're in business.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be happy to go 2-2, have a 2-2 record after these next 2 games. But obviously, 3-1 would be a lot nicer. I'd be a little bit more concerned if we drop both of these. Well, yeah, but Miami's a sleeper. I mean, I don't really believe in their offense that much, but I mean, look at what they did to the Seahawks in that first game. They held them and almost won that game if it wasn't for Russell Wilson just coming back in the last 2 minutes of the game to score a touchdown to win it. Their defense was looking pretty nice. But that being said, I think they got blown out the next week. So I guess
was going to say not only that, but it's not like Seattle went up against the Rams and did anything on offense either. So, did Miami really stop the great offense, or did they just get lucky catching an offense that hasn't really kind of gotten together yet?
Still, man, divisional game between the Rams and the Seahawks. That one's always tough.
Yeah, it is. But still, I mean, Seattle hasn't really proven anything.
Let's see, Bengals, man. Bengals, though. Yeah, so it was nice. I mean, D'Angelo Williams ran all up on us, but it was nice that it was that instead of Antonio Brown. We shut him down pretty much, and that was nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but the thing I don't understand is, like, Pittsburgh will go play somebody a week or 2 from now, and they'll get like 500 yards on Pittsburgh, and, I'm thinking, like, but every time the Bengals play Pittsburgh, it's like all of a sudden they have the best defense in the world every time. Like, they always take away our big receivers, and,
yeah,
we got to be able to find something that would counteract what they're doing to us.
I'll tell you what, though, is it Alex Erickson? Is that our rookie returner now? Man, we had some growing pains this weekend with him because he kept catching the ball in the 10, and that hurt us. We couldn't get out of that spot, and we just had bad field position all game. So that really screwed us.
So you still whining about Brandon Tate?
No, I'm still happy with the pick because, like I said, I think he's going to pay dividends in the future. I think he still already had at least one run that's longer than anything Brandon Tate did all last year. So it's going to be some growing pains, but he's got to know that he can't catch that ball or fair catch it right there on like the 5-yard line.
Well, I'm sure he caught hell in the film room this week.
I was about to say I thought you were going to say during the game, and that's what I would have been thinking, but he kept doing it. I'm like, come on, dude. We need to be out by the 25 to give this offense a chance because we were in that 10-yard line and they couldn't do anything
all day. Yeah, field position really hurt us this last game, but we don't usually lose the field position battle, so you lose one once in a while. Yeah. It happens. But the key is, what are we going to do now this week against Denver?
Exactly. With this defense coming through, man, it's going to be ugly. Our offensive line better get their act together quick.
The Broncos lost DeMarcus Ware, and that's going to take a little bit of the teeth out of their defense. Not entirely, but it does hurt a little bit. He's a good player. So now you can focus.
Yeah, but Von Miller's been – I was going to say Von Miller's been all over the field, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Now that you don't really have to focus on Ware, hopefully you can get two hats on Miller and get your work done.
I was about to say, if you just do that, keep Von Miller out of the backfield, that's going to increase your chances right there.
Yep.
Let somebody else beat you. Don't let him beat you. Let somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think defensively, it's our first home game. I think they're going to, defense is going to be hyped up, and I think they kind of, show Denver a little bit of work. I hope so. I mean, defense. We're going to need the defense to keep us in this one. So that to me is going to be key. Is how well do we hold down Denver?
I'm nervous after that offense last week, but I think they're not going to have 2 weeks in a row where their offense sputters like that. I think they're going to really work on it and try to put a decent product on the field this week.
Well,
as far as offense is concerned,
I hear you, but I don't know.
I mean, I know who we're going against. We're going against these taller corners, and and they're beasts. But we got to make something happen. This might be another big game for Gio. So basically, Jeremy Hill is going to have to. He's going to have to come with it this week. I mean, we just want him to step up. I just want to see him.
Well, I think they have a plan for him. I think he's going to, a game like this. Well, that's the good thing about having Gio and Jeremy Hill is a game like that we're getting ready to face now. We might need more of Giovanni Bernard's skills to kind of diversify the offense a little bit more. But I think once you start seeing us play teams like the Ravens and the Browns and, maybe some of the other teams that aren't as good, I think you're going to see us try to control the possession and do so by running Jeremy Hill consistently. And so I just think it depends on how great the team we're playing is and what kind of defense they got. But it's definitely a blessing to have two running backs, that can play in a different style. So which, completely diversifies and opens up, the ability of your offense.
Right, because you already know who's getting the ball when you're down there in the 5. You want him to be pounding it right there into the end zone and everything.
Yeah. But at the same time, when you face a defense like Denver, and let's say you get first and goal on the 1, they know you're going to run with Jeremy Hill, so then you counteract that by opening up 3 wide and taking Gio out of the backfield. So I think it depends on what the defense shows you, really.
I still think, though, if you're on the 1, and this happened last week, and I can't remember what game I was watching, but this happened. On the 1, you got a pounding running back anyway. You got to try it once out of the 3 times to run it in there. You know what I mean? Even twice.
I mean, you have to try at least once.
Even twice, but you definitely have to try it once. And I can't remember what team it was now, but they threw it on all 3 downs. It's like, dude, I don't remember who the running back is or who the team was, but this guy was very capable.
I feel mad disrespected if I was that running back.
I mean, it's like the whole Marshawn Lynch thing in the Super Bowl, all over again. It's like, dude, how you going to throw it right now? You got Marshawn Lynch. You got to try it.
Pretty much.
Try it if you got a running back. I mean, that's what he gets paid for.
Well, sometimes, a coach can outthink himself. Pete Carroll did right there.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited for this weekend, though. Excited to get see these Bengals again.
Well, I heard that Eifert's not going to play even though he's practiced this week, which means we're going to really need C.J. Uzoma to really step it up and provide us a relief away from A.J. Green. He missed a couple of throws last week in Pittsburgh that he probably could have made. Him and Tyler Croft have to really step up their help because I think there was a couple of drives last week against the Steelers, coming out of that back end zone where, if either one of those guys can make a catch, Uzuma more specifically, that we can kind of kept some of the drives going, and then now Pittsburgh has to shift their better players to the tight end, and then now AJ can open up a little bit. So, Steelers were able to successfully, blind AJ Green just because no one else was really able to beat the one-on-one coverage that, consistently that was in front of them. So until either Tyler Boyd or Uzoma or somebody or Eifert comes back, you can expect a lot of defenses to start doing to us whatever Pittsburgh did to us. Just a matter if they have the horses or not to pull it off.
And on that note, with the short week coming up, we probably won't even see Eifert for, hopefully week 5.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Because if they don't feel comfortable playing him Sunday, there's a good chance the only way he plays Thursday night, I think, is if Uzuma or Croft goes down with an injury in this game. Then I think at that point you're going to see Eifert taken off the shelf. But if Uzuma and Croft can kind of carry the weight for the next 2 games over the next 6 days, then yeah, you won't see Eifert back until week 5.
Yeah, but hopefully it'll be a decent game for our defense again. We're going against still, this quarterback who's still mostly unproven. So
pretty much. It's definitely, like I say, and it's a home opener. So
yeah, if our defense
crowd,
come out hot, yeah, that could be nice.
The jungle's going to come out rocking. So, hopefully that aids the defense and having a great game. And they're actually right around the corner from getting Vontaze Burfict back.
Yeah. He'll be back for Thursday, huh? Or right?
I'm not sure if he's out for 3 or 4 games. I forgot. I knew he was out for 4, I believe, but I don't know if they took it down to 3 or if they just kept it at 4. But and either way, no matter what, a week from today he's back.
I was going to say, I wonder if it was 3 games.
Because we'll have 4 games under our belt. So if you're Marvin Lewis, you're hoping you can get out of this stretch 2-2. Then you get Burfict and Eifert back in an easier schedule, and then you can get to work.
Yeah, it says he's suspended for 3 games.
3 games? Oh, that's good. That means he'll be back for Thursday, hopefully. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little bolster to our defense.
Miami's gonna have to pay the price for him sitting out 3 games.
Hopefully they do. Hopefully, with the Bengals, it's always
he's gonna be laying some licks on
the
some
Bengals.
people.
It's always tough, and we again over and over learned our lesson Thursday night that when a team is just good like the Patriots are, how do you even doubt them, right? But
oh my man, I don't even.
Okay, but
the bottom line, what I'm thinking is this. This is what I'm thinking. If you can't stop the Patriots with a second and third string quarterback, what do you think is going to happen when Tom Brady comes back? That team's going to be a monster. And so now if you're a team, an aspiring Super Bowl team, like the Steelers, like the Bengals, that's kind of worrisome, knowing that you're going to have to probably end up going through Foxborough at some point to try to get to your ultimate goal. And that's not but we'll see how we match up against them because we get to play them this year. But I think we get them at home, and if that's the case, that's probably not gonna be the case when the playoffs come.
Yeah, I wonder how much of it goes into when you're playing the Patriots. Like, how much of the other team is just mentally think they already lost. Like, I felt that was the case with this game on Thursday night because the other team, the Texans, they kept fumbling and they just didn't seem very comfortable out there. And it was just the Patriots were there to play ball, and it was almost like a subtle intimidation that just because they were the Patriots, you need to be worried. And I felt like that really kind of won the game for them because the other team was just messing up here, messing up there, just were not on the same page.
I think it came down to coaching myself. That Thursday night game, I was watching it, and I think early in the either second quarter or late in the first quarter, or maybe middle of the first quarter. But in either case, the Texans had a 3rd and 8 from the 40-yard line or 30-yard line or whatever. And they draw up a screen, like a draw play. They run the running back. And I'm thinking to myself, you invested a lot of money in Osweiler. You have Hopkins. You have a promising rookie in Will Fuller. And it's 3rd and 8, and you're playing the Patriots, and they got a backup quarterback, a third-string quarterback at that. You got to play loose and free. Like, you got to play to win it. Like, you got to go after them. And I thought just the fact that they, I understood what he was trying to do. Like, even if you don't get the first down, then hopefully with the punt you can pin them with a young quarterback. You hope the young quarterback makes a mistake, and then you can capitalize. But to me, it kind of wastes all the money that you spent in the offseason to improve your offense to sit there on the 3rd and 6, and a 3rd and 8, and you run a run play.
Yeah.
Like, you spent the money on the pieces, go get them.
And I'll tell you this, there was one team out there making mistakes, and it wasn't the Patriots. And that's the other reason. That's the other way they beat you, though. They just wait for you to make mistakes, and then they capitalize on it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see that? 2 kickoff fumbles. Can you believe that? Like, the luck, man. I'm watching this game like, are you kidding me? One fumble on a kickoff return is enough, but 2 in one game, wow.
Yeah, you got to hold on to the ball against the Patriots. You can't make a lot of mistakes. And like I said, if you're a coaching staff going into a game against the Patriots, you got to don't play conservative, because then you're going to play right into Bill Belichick's hand. You got to walk into that stadium no matter where you're playing. If you're playing the Patriots, and you got to go in there like, we're going to just take it to them, and we're going to take risks, and we're going to, but smart risk. You don't take stupid risks.
But it's not like they have this all-pro defense or anything. Or even, they have some players.
Well, they're playing pretty good.
But they're not the Broncos or anything. It's like you can win that battle. But
like you said, they capitalize on your mistakes. They grind you out, and they kind of hope that you are going to try to play. Especially with a third-string quarterback. You don't play conservative against the third. You go after them. You force that
mm-hmm.
quarterback to have to pass the ball, to have to make decisions. But if you're going to sit there and run it on 3rd and 8 and then punt it to them, and then now they go down and drive and score a touchdown, now you're the one behind 7-0, and now you're behind the 8 ball.
I was about to say, the problem was we blinked in the first quarter, and it was already 10-0. So after that, it was like, okay, Patriots are just going to sit back and chill and wait for Houston to make more mistakes, and that's what they did.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they were just playing, but the bottom line is Houston they weren't ready for the spotlight, and
but the Patriots quarterback, they weren't trying to put too much in his hands. He completed 11 passes, and he only threw it 19 times. So.
Yeah, I remember when we lost that playoff game to the Texans, and that third-string quarterback like T.J. Yates or something like that, and you're like, how do you lose a playoff game against a third-string quarterback? Like, I don't understand that. But in any case, it looks like we both lost that game because we both picked Houston to win, thinking that Houston can pick on the young quarterback. But apparently, the Patriots had other thoughts and proved their dominance once again against a team that's supposed to compete in the AFC against the Texans, and they blew them out with a third-string quarterback. So.
Yep, that was a big mistake on our behalf for picking the Texans. I won't make that mistake again. I'm just gonna just put it out on the line right now. I'm just gonna pick the Patriots every week, and if they actually lose 1 or 2, whatever, I'll take that loss and keep my predictions fairly accurate with the Patriots winning every week. So
I thought the same thing actually. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, you know what?
It's like why even go against the grain, right?
You don't have to anymore because Tom Brady's back in 2 weeks. Once he gets going, it's over pretty much. So that's a team that has a chance of going 16-0. Well, maybe because they play us, so maybe 15-1. But they're gonna be a really good team. They're gonna be hard to beat.
All right, so we both picked the Texans to win, and we both failed miserably.
Yeah, but I did want to mention that last week you went 13-3 with your picks, and I believe I went 8-9 and 7, and so with that, you not only caught up, but you passed me up by a game.
Yeah.
For the season lead for the season lead, but you got a slim one-game lead as we go into this week, and we both lost the first game. So you still maintain your one-game lead.
Which we'll just throw a quick shout out there because with that victory, it was nice, especially considering the fact that I got stomped down in fantasy by you this week. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the rest of these predictions. All right, so we got Sunday. We got Cardinals at Bills. I'm going to say this is the easy one.
Cardinals at Bills. That's the easy one. That's going to be Cardinals for me.
Cardinals all day. I'm going with that same thing. All right, next game we got Raiders at the Tennessee Titans.
I am going to say the Raiders win that game. I still haven't gotten completely off the bandwagon, even though their defense is historically bad. I think at some point they're going to kind of start figuring out what they need to do on defense. At least they'll start slowing people down a little bit more. And I think the offense is good enough to kind of carry them. I think Tennessee they're still 3 or 4 players away from really competing, I think. But I think they're heading in the right direction, but not
right. I'm going with the Raiders as well. I just don't know enough. I haven't seen enough from Tennessee to really think that they're going to be winning on a week-to-week basis. All right, next we got the Redskins at the Giants. I'm going to go
Giants.
I'm going with the Giants as well. I don't know offhand, but I don't think Odell Beckham has had a huge game yet. I think that's going to happen this week.
Yeah, you can't hold down somebody like that too long, but I just think, and I kind of figured this since the end of last season, the Redskins, I mean, they got a lot of juice last year because they won that division title in a really bad division, and everybody was expecting them to take a big step, but I just didn't see it. I just didn't really see them having, they weren't that great last year. They were I don't know, 10-6, 9-7, whatever it was, but maybe 9-7. But they weren't nothing fantastic, and they had a tough schedule to start with. I just don't think they have it. I still don't believe in Kirk Cousins, and I think the Redskins did a good move by just putting him on a one-year contract, and because his value is dropping by the minute, and I just think the Giants got more than they have right now.
All right, next game in a battle of 2 0-2 teams, we got the Cleveland Browns playing in Miami against the Dolphins. Man, Dolphins got lucky at this one. They're at home playing the Browns. They just lost their first and their second string quarterback. They're going to a third string quarterback, and it's the Browns, not the Patriots. I'm going Dolphins.
Right? I don't think they're going to get a win with a third string. That's Miami all day.
Right. Okay, next game. Ooh, we got the Ravens playing the Jaguars. I'm going to go Jaguars. They're ready for a win. I think they're 0-2 right now. Baltimore is 2-0, but I think the Jaguars, they need to get Allen Hurns involved. They need to get your boy Allen Robinson involved. He's been quiet this year so far. They need to put that offense together. I think they'll do it against the Ravens.
Which one's home? Which one's away?
Sorry, Ravens at Jaguars. So in Jacksonville.
I am still going to go Ravens. I think the Ravens win it. I think the Ravens gut went out. I haven't seen anything from the Jaguars yet to really, believe in them yet. You get basically snot bubbled against the Chargers, and, I just don't see, they're talking about playoffs, this and that, but I'm just not seeing anything from them. So I'm going to have to say the Ravens beat them.
All right. We got a divisional matchup against the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers at Green Bay.
Oh, that's easy. That's Packers all day. Even if the Lions get with them, they'll find a way to lose it.
Yeah, I'm going Packers. It's in Lambeau. That's a done deal.
Pretty much.
All right, then we got Broncos at those Cincinnati Bengals.
Hooday! I have to say the jungle's going to be rocking, and we pull out a very close game,
right.
16-10.
Right. I'm going Bengals on this one as well. I think they get the offense turned on, even though it's going to be a tough defense. We find a way to win.
Yeah, I think if it was in Denver, it'd be no doubt Denver, but I think at home we can take them.
All right, we got last 1 o'clock game. We got the Vikings at the Carolina Panthers.
Panthers, easy. Vikings have got a really, really tough roster, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings pull it out, but because I think losing Adrian Peterson may open up their offense more than it may hurt it.
But I just can't. Cam Newton right now is just too dynamic, and for anybody to really hold down. And if it's in Carolina, I think Carolina pulls that one out.
Yeah, I'm going Panthers as well. Same reasons. We got the Los Angeles Rams against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's a tough one. I can go either way on this one. I'm gonna go. Okay.
It's easy for me.
I want to like the Rams, but they just haven't done anything yet. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. It's at home.
Yeah, so am I. I just think they're further along in their program than the Rams are. I think it's an easy
All right,
win.
next we got the 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be a good one, but yeah, that's Seahawks all day. In Seattle.
That's easy.
In Seattle, yeah.
Seattle's going to win that game pretty easily, I think.
They just lost last week to the Rams, and it's another division game. Yeah, they're going to come out swinging.
Yeah, they're going to be fired up. I think they win that game.
All right, we got the Jets at the Chiefs.
Ooh, that's a tough one right there. Jets at Chiefs. I think I'm going to take Chiefs only because they are at home.
Jets.
Other than that, I think it's going to be a real tight game.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Jets. I really like what they're doing with your boy Matt Forte over there. I mean, they're using him how you should be using Matt Forte. I think that's going to continue against the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Jets on that one.
All right.
Give us a little difference of opinion. All right, next we got the Chargers at the Indianapolis Colts.
I think the Chargers take it. I think the Colts are in a lot of trouble. I just don't think they got the horses all the way around the fence. I just don't think they have the O-line enough to protect Luck. I think their defense is like 7 minutes away from going to the Pac-12. I don't see anything from the Colts to make me believe that they're a decent team.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm going with the Chargers. I want to believe in Luck, but he's just looked terrible, just like he did last year. He's looking just as terrible this year, whether it's the offensive line or what. I don't know. Something isn't in sync over there. I'm going with the Chargers.
There's a whole lot of things not in sync over there.
All right, then we got the Steelers in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, playing the Eagles.
Well, unfortunately, there won't be no brotherly love for the Bengals because the Steelers are going to take that game. And it shouldn't even be, and they won't even be that close.
You know, I'm going to pick the Steelers because they're the better team. Obviously, I want the Eagles to win, but yeah, it's a long shot.
I just don't see Carson Wentz out-dueling Big Ben. I just don't see it.
Fair enough. All right, so we both on for the Steelers. We got Bears at Cowboys for the Sunday night game.
I'm going to go Cowboys. I just think they have a better overall roster. I want to go. Oh, and the Bears, Jay Cutler's hurt, so yeah. I think it's definitely Cowboys. I think they have the better roster.
Yeah, same. Going with the Cowboys. I don't like either team, but Cowboys seem less banged up at this point. They still got Ezekiel Elliott, and everybody still loves him. They still got Des Bryant, so they'll find a way to win that one. The Bears are pretty terrible right now. All right,
yeah,
Monday night game. This is going to be a barn burner right here. We got the Falcons at the Saints. So this is going to be
Jesus, you might see 80 points in that game.
In this one, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons in this one.
Well, I will most definitely. Well, then I'll take the Saints because.
Okay, I don't like it, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
I just think if the Saints are at home, correct?
They are.
I think they pull that home field advantage gets it for them. Drew Brees, home field advantage, they take it.
All right. Saints are 0-2 right now. Falcons are 1-1. Yeah, Saints looking for that first win.
Yeah, they come out motivated at home against an opponent they're familiar with, and Drew Brees puts up the numbers, and that should be about it.
You know what? I'll stay with the Falcons. Let's make it interesting.
All right, no doubt. Well, hopefully I can get some wins this week and catch you this time.
Right. To be determined.